the planning, it is isolated and fragmented.
Rajiv Nagayich of Aging Options reveals traditional retirement planning seldom addresses our true goals.
Most of us in our hearts is saying, I don't want to be a burden to my kids, don't want to die broke, and I don't want to be caught dead in a nursing home. But when you take a look at the planning that we do around the whole thing, you find out that none of the financial planning and the legal planning, for the most part, will help you with any of these three goals.
Protect assets, preserve quality of life, and empower your family. See Rajiv Nagayich for free this Saturday afternoon in Bellingham. Register now and see Rajiv for free. Visit agingoptions.com.
Join me and take the first step towards your comprehensive life plan.
Visit agingoptions.com.
At Carbitex, we've developed the only technology platform that enables carbon fiber's extreme performance to be harnessed in a flexible form. In the first year or two of Carbitex, we didn't offer any healthcare, but we needed to be competitive in the hiring process. So when it came time to look for a great healthcare plan, we worked with our insurance broker. By far, Health Choice was the best option.
My family is me, my wife, and 2 kids currently, so you have to add up all the different variables that go along with that. All the people that we went to with the large company, we were able to maintain all of the doctors. So there didn't seem to be any that were now out of network that were in my network prior to the jump.
We're able to retain talent and keep them here longer because of being able to offer that kind of choice for them. Health Choice is great for small business, it's convenient for employees, and has great coverage.
If you're a business owner looking for a great healthcare plan for your employees, visit ProPointServices.com. Health Choice Trust is sponsored by the Association of Washington Business.
All right, thanks to Michael. We're on Facebook Live right now, the Ron and Don Show on KIRO Radio. Ron, what are we talking about here?
What are we talking about
What
here?
are we talking about?
What are we talking about here?
Can we all tap the brakes on how amazing it would be to go to Mars? First, we had Tesla CEO Elon Musk saying that he wanted to go to Mars. Now, Boeing CEO Dennis Muilenburg said in a recent interview that he absolutely would go to the Red Planet. No offense to either of these two titans of industry, but both these guys would be dead within days of landing. Who are they trying to kid? Dennis is 54, currently makes about $15 million a year heading Boeing, and is used to flying around in private jets and having staff bring him his continental breakfast. Elon, with an estimated net worth of over $22 billion, he's not necessarily mowing the lawn out at his mansion. Why are these interviewers pandering to these guys? Where's the pushback? How about a follow-up question like, hey, when's the last time you did manual labor of any kind? I think what happens when you rise to this level of success is you forget what it's like to do really hard work. I'm talking about physical work. If and when the first few hundred humans reach the surface of Mars, it's going to be a hellhole of a death and destruction while they attempt to carve out an inhabitable living space. I have serious doubt that the CEO of Boeing, who'd be pushing 60 by the time that spacecraft landed, if they took off in the next year or so, would be jumping out of the spacecraft and volunteering to do the heavy lifting. And Musk famously lost his composure when his mini submarine couldn't make it through a cave to rescue some kids. How's he going to mentally deal with living on Mars? This is not to say that these two what they do isn't hard work. It's just not go to Mars work. Building and running multi-billion-dollar companies is obviously a huge endeavor, but that skill set doesn't necessarily translate to interstellar space travel. Knowing your own limitations is an underrated skill in my book. These two clearly don't get it, in my opinion. Building airplanes and electric cars does not mean you can successfully live on another planet. For instance, I'm not a mountain climber. I'm not going to summit Mount Rainier. I can hike, but climb, not so much. So if I was ever in an interview and the guy asked me about going to the top of Mount Everest, I wouldn't puff up my chest and talk about how I'd absolutely love to do that, how great it would be, because I know that's not my jam. Let me offer up a little unsolicited advice to all these wannabe Neil Armstrongs. When you're on some panel or being interviewed in a swanky hotel room in L.A. and someone asks you about going to Mars, slap your knee and chuckle, then say something like, "Are you kidding? I'm not cut out for that kind of adventure, but here's what I think about the possibility of actual human beings getting to Mars." Sorry, guys, but your entitled billionaire ego is showing.
I like that a lot, and I think there's a lot of truth in what you're saying. Don't you think, though, it's important for people that have platforms to maybe share their dream of going to Mars, because there's probably some young minds out there that will be part of the frontier that helps us to go places like that. So
yeah, but yes, they can do that without saying they're going to go.
Aren't you well, Boeing, to be fair to him, wasn't he?
He said, "I absolutely would go to Mars."
I don't get what. I don't know. That's bad. So
he's not absolutely going to go to Mars.
Okay.
Like when he turns 56 and they're actually going to have a spaceship to Mars, Dennis Mullingberg is not signing up to go to Mars.
All right. I look at it a little differently. I think these guys have a lot of influence, and I think to plant some of those ideas of new frontiers, new travel in young minds, I think is important. And I think with their sphere of influence, that may be what they're up to here. What are your thoughts? 98973. Well done, Ron. Top 5 at 5 is next on KIRO Radio.